Right now, in your bathroom, there are 15 items you touch every single day that are leaving microplastics on your skin, aluminum in your tissue, and chemical fumes in the air of the smallest room in your house. Japanese families got rid of all of them. Some of the replacements have been around for centuries. One of them is the thing you use to clean yourself every morning, and is the dirtiest object in the room. Another one you put directly in your mouth twice a day with a seal of approval on the box. That means less than you think. And the last one on this list is not an object at all. It is the single shift that makes every other replacement stick. Here they are. What goes, what stays, and why the original was never built to last. If these stories matter to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. 1. The shower puff. That mesh ball hanging in your shower has never fully dried since the day you put it there. Nylon mesh sheds microplastic fibers directly onto skin. That hot water and surfactants just opened up. The permanent wetness turns it into a bacterial culture within days. Japanese bathrooms use hechima, a natural loofah gourd that dries between uses, composts when it wears out, and sheds nothing into the water. The plastic puff was invented in the early 1990s specifically because a cotton washcloth lasts years and a plastic puff lasts 3 months. 2. Body wash and shampoo. Both sit in warm plastic bottles that have been leaching into the product for months before you open them. Both contain sulfates that strip your skin's natural barrier, parabens linked to hormone interference, and the word fragrance on the label, which legally hides dozens of undisclosed chemicals under a single word because fragrance formulas are classified as trade secrets. You have no way of knowing what fragrance actually means in any bottle you own. Japanese bathrooms use a nukabukuro, a small cotton bag filled with rice bran rubbed over wet skin. The brand contains natural oils and gentle acids that clean without stripping, leave skin smooth and moisturized without a bottle, a foam, or a mystery ingredient. For hair, the tsubaki camellia oil worked through the scalp before rinsing. Geishas used it for centuries. It is still the most popular hair treatment in Japan. Body wash as a product category did not exist before 1980. It was launched specifically to replace bar soap because a liquid in a pump bottle lasted 3 weeks instead of 6, so you bought it twice as often. The bottle was never designed for your skin. It was designed for the shelf it goes back on. 3. The towel. The label said cotton. It felt soft in the package. Most modern towels are a cotton polyester blend, sometimes half plastic. Every rub across warm, wet skin transfers microplastic fibers that your pores absorb on contact. Japanese bathrooms use amabari cotton, certified to absorb water within 5 seconds of being laid flat. Polyester was blended in a towel starting in the 1960s because it was cheaper per pound and made the towel feel thicker at the shelf. Your towel was engineered to feel like cotton without actually being cotton. 4. The toothbrush. Nylon bristles shed microscopic plastic into the warmest, wettest place in your body every time you brush. The head is designed to be replaced 4 times a year for the rest of your life. Japanese bathrooms use bamboo-handled brushes with natural bristles. The nylon version was launched by DuPont in 1938, not because it cleaned better than on the boar bristle brush it replaced, but because DuPont had just invented nylon and needed household products to sell it in. 5. Toothpaste. Commercial toothpaste contains titanium dioxide, a whitening agent banned as a food additive by the European Union in 2022 over concerns about desensitization damage at the cellular level, plus sodium lauryl sulfate that causes mouth ulcers in sensitive users, artificial sweeteners, and dyes, all sitting in your mouth twice a day pressed against the most vascular tissue you have, where anything applied gets absorbed sublingually within seconds. Your mouth is not a countertop. It is a direct pathway into the bloodstream. Japanese bathrooms use hydroxyapatite toothpaste, a compound originally developed from NASA research on bone mineral loss in astronauts during extended spaceflight. A Japanese company called Sangi turned it into a consumer product in 1978. Hydroxyapatite is the same mineral your enamel is made of. The toothpaste rebuilds what Yardage commercial products only coat. The older traditional alternative is shio hamigaki, a simple salt-based powder used for centuries before the tube was invented. The paste was never about your teeth. It was about giving you a product that runs out every 6 weeks. 6. Toilet paper. A 2023 University of Florida study found that commercial toilet paper is a significant and previously unrecognized source of PFAS, the same forever chemicals being pulled out of non-stick pans, food packaging, and firefighting foam across the country. The paper is bleached with chlorine compounds and softened with chemical resins applied after bleaching, all of it pressing against the most permeable skin on your body multiple times a day, every day of your life. Japanese bathrooms use a washlet. A bidet seat that cleans with a warm water stream and dries with warm air. Toto introduced the modern version in 1980 and is now installed in over 80% of Japanese homes. Even in traditional homes without a washlet, the paper is unbleached cherami made from bamboo or rice straw, used sparingly after the water did the actual work. The American toilet paper industry sells $15 billion a year of bleached PFAS-laden paper, specifically because it convinced an entire country that water is not sufficient for personal hygiene. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about what is touching your body every morning than 99% of people standing in the personal care aisle right now. Subscribe and share this with someone who has never once flipped over their shampoo bottle and read what fragrance actually means. 7. The disposable razor. The blade dulls in about a week. A dull blade draws instead of gliding out and chaos, causing micro tears that become the ingrown hairs and razor bumps. The same company sells you a separate product to treat. The razor handle is designed to accept only proprietary cartridges that cost $3 to $6 each. 2 billion plastic razors go to landfill in the U.S. every year. Japanese bathrooms use a kamasori, a single-piece forged steel, straight razor sharpened rather than replaced, lasting generations. Barbers in Tokyo still use them daily on clients. The modern equivalent for home use is a metal safety razor with double-edged blades that cost about 10 cents each and recycle as scrap steel. Those one handle lasts a lifetime. King Camp Gillette launched the disposable in 1901, literally inventing the business model of giving away the handle cheap and selling the blades forever. Every razor company since has copied the same playbook. The handle is the trap. The cartridge is the revenue. 8. Cotton swabs. The warning on every box says do not insert into ear canal. The swab pushes wax deeper rather than removing it, packing it against the eardrum where it can cause pressure, infection, and hearing loss. The plastic stick sheds fibers into skin, thin enough that every scrape creates a microabrasion in one of the most sensitive canals in the body. Japanese bathrooms use a mimikaki, a slim bamboo or metal ear pick with a tiny scoop at the end, designed specifically for the canal, lasting a lifetime. Families pass them down. Some are hand-carved. The cotton swab was invented in 1923 by Leo Gerstenzang as a baby care product, not an ear tool. The packaging still says, do not insert. You have been using it in your ear for decades, because the company never had a reason to stop you from buying 2 boxes a year. 9. Antiperspirant. Aluminum chlorohydrate physically plugs your sweat glands with aluminum salt. Applied directly over lymph nodes, through skin, abraded by a razor minutes earlier. Your body has no efficient pathway to clear accumulated aluminum from tissue. Japanese bathrooms use myopan, a natural alum stone rubbed on damp skin that inhibits odor-causing bacteria without blocking a single sweat gland. The first commercial aluminum antiperspirant launched in 1903. The entire category was built on marketing that convinced a generation that human sweat was socially unacceptable. 10. The plastic hairbrush. Plastic bristles generate static that breaks hair shafts. Trapped hair and scalp oil at the base become a bacterial deposits, rubbed all back into clean hair every morning. Japanese bathrooms use a sugekushi, a boxwood comb, hand-cut, sanded smooth, and finished with camellia oil, given as a wedding gift, used by 3 generations of the same family. Gets smoother with age, rather than rougher. Fully plastic brushes became dominant only after 1945 when post-war manufacturing made them cheap enough to give away as drugstore promotions. 11. The PVC shower curtain. That smell when you open the package is phthalates and volatile organic compounds off-gassing from the PVC. It does not fade. It drops below the threshold your nose can detect. Every hot shower re-releases those compounds into the steam you inhale for 10 minutes in the smallest, least ventilated room in the house. Japanese bathrooms do not use curtains. The room itself is the wet zone, tiled and drained on every surface. A glass panel or a hinoki wood screen handles separation. The PVC curtain replaced the cotton canvas curtain in the 1950s because PVC was cheaper and waterproof. The mildew that ruined the cotton one at 6 months ruins the PVC one in 8. And the curtain was replaced for the manufacturer's benefit, not yours. 12. The bleach spray. Chlorine bleach off gases in the smallest, worst ventilated room. Mix it with any ammonia-based cleaner. Most glass and toilet products contain ammonia, and it forms chloramine gas, which sends thousands of Americans to the emergency room every year. Japanese bathrooms are cleaned with citric acid crystals for limescale, baking soda paste for scrubbing, and a Tawashi palm fiber brush for the physical work. Nothing gases off. Nothing reacts with anything else. Chlorine bleach was commercialized in 1913 under the brand Clorox and marketed on the back of early germ theory. The bathroom spray came in the 1970s to sell the same bleach in a more expensive bottle. The smell you thought meant clean was the product working on you. 13. The synthetic bath mat. That fabric bath mat on the floor stays damp for hours after every shower. It breeds bacteria and mold at the base where it touches the tile. The same warm, wet conditions as the shower puff, just bigger. Japanese bathrooms use a Keisudo mat, a slab of compressed diatomaceous earth made from fossilized algae. Step on it with wet feet and the water disappears into the surface within seconds through capillary action. The mat dries itself in minutes. No laundry, no mildew smell, no wringing it out over the tub every few days. Available online for about $25. Lasts for years. The fabric mat was built to get thrown in the washing machine weekly and replaced every 6 months when the mold wins. 14. The aerosol air freshener. Every spray releases volatile organic compounds, phthalates, formaldehyde precursors, and synthetic musks into a sealed, humid room where you stand half naked with open pores for 10 minutes. You are breathing it, absorbing it through skin, and coating the room in a film that sits on every surface until someone wipes it off. Japanese bathrooms use a small dish of Binchotan charcoal or dried green tea leaves placed near the toilet. The charcoal pulls odor molecules out of the air silently. The tea absorbs them. Neither releases a single compound into the room. A $3 bag of charcoal lasts months. The $4 spray can last 3 weeks and leaves a chemical residue on everything it touches. 15. The liquid hand soap pump. The product inside is mostly water, sometimes 80 to 90%, with a surfactant, a preservative, a fragrance, and a plastic pump mechanism designed to jam or clog within 6 months. You throw the whole thing away and buy another. Japanese bathrooms keep a solid bar of soap, often rice, bran, or persimmon, on a magnetic holder mounted to the wall. The magnet grips a small metal disc embedded in the bar. The soap hangs in the air, drains completely between uses, and lasts 3 to 4 times longer than the liquid version because you are using soap, not paying for water in a pump. Liquid hand soap was invented in 1980 by Minnetonka Corporation specifically to undercut bar soap. Not because it cleaned better, but because a pump bottle emptied faster and cost more per wash. The pattern behind all 15. Every single one of those 15 items was an object designed to be consumed and replaced on a manufacturer's schedule. The shampoo runs out, the razor dulls, the toothbrush wears down, the curtain molds, the puff smells. Every replacement was a decision made for you decades before you were born by a company whose entire business model depends on you never questioning whether the object was supposed to last. A Japanese bathroom is built once and maintained forever. The wooden comb gets oiled. The cotton bag gets washed. The loofah composts and a new one grows on the vine. Nothing on the counter is single use and nothing in the drawer was designed to fail. One bathroom was built to be refilled from a store every month. The other was built to be kept. And once you see the difference, you cannot unsee it. The personal care industry generates over $500 billion a year globally. Every dollar depends on the 3-month replacement cycle. The brush that wears, the razor that dulls, the puff that smells, the bottle that empties. A bamboo brush that lasts a decade and a steel razor that lasts a lifetime cannot sustain that revenue. A rice bran bag that gets washed and reused for years cannot justify an $18 bottle of body wash that empties in 3 weeks. You cannot patent a boxwood comb that your grandmother already owned. You cannot trademark the act of rubbing rice bran on wet skin. You cannot build a subscription model around a steel razor blade that costs 4 cents and recycles as scrap. And you cannot sustain $500 billion in annual personal care revenue when the customer realized that every object in their bathroom was designed to fail on a schedule written by the company that sold it. If this video changed how you think about the 15 objects sitting in your bathroom right now, then subscribe and share it now. Every single share puts this knowledge in front of someone the personal care industry assumed would keep replacing without questioning forever. And every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the secrets they thought were sealed forever.